Hello friends! Before I get started, I wanted to give a big thank you to Mabel for supporting my small business and being one of the first people to purchase something from my store. Also, there will be a shop update in about 2 weeks, so if you would like to purchase a t-shirt from me, now's the time to do so since I'll be selling something totally different. And even if you don't purchase something from my shop, I highly appreciate you watching my videos, liking, and commenting on them. Okay, so today I decided to use some dried up flowers I have because I remember some people using dried up flowers for journaling, but I don't often see it being used in drawings. So I thought it would be a pretty cool and fun idea to try it out for myself. I wanted to do something simple since I haven't drawn traditionally in a while, and I didn't want to stress myself too much with a pose or drawing hands. I know I have to practice them, and I will, but I didn't feel like doing it for this piece. I might add them when I make the drawing digitally, just because it's easier to fix any mistakes I make when drawing the pose or the hands. So now I'm just going in with my blush color, and I like to start out with blush because I can go over it with the skin color and blend it out so it looks smoother. Now that I've gone over with my skin color, I pick a slightly darker color and shade in parts I feel like don't get much light or any light, like a little bit under the hair and the neck area. Once I've placed some of the darker shadows, I like to go back to my base color for the skin and shade a little bit over the darker tone to blend it out just a little bit. When coloring traditionally, I always like to work from light to dark, which is why you see me placing a light base color for the hair like I did with the skin. So once I've done that, I go in with the same marker to kind of layer it and get a transition shade. Then I go in with my darker brown to do the darker shadows, and I also layer it in some places where no light really hits the hair, like when it's under itself, if that makes sense. To practice coloring hair traditionally more often, since I think I've already got the hang of doing it digitally, and I want my traditional drawings to look a bit more similar to how I draw and color digitally, because it's really not the same thing. Also, here I went back in with my base color to blend out the transition a little bit. The eyes are pretty simple to shade. I just add a base color, layer the top part of the eyes just a little bit, and I went in with a dark Prismacolor colored pencil to line the eyes, and I blend that with the base color I used. Then I add in the pupils with the pencil, and as a finishing touch, I always use my white gel pen to add highlights. So now I'm done with the drawing portion of this piece, and we're moving on to the messy part, gluing on the flowers. This was really fun to do, and it reminded me of the projects I would do in kindergarten and the mess I would have on my fingers by the end of it. It was a little bit tricky to keep these completely glued down, so I had to apply a bit of pressure to make sure it stays down, but it would end up sticking to my hand in the process because my fingers had plenty of glue on them. At one point, I closed the sketchbook to flatten everything down, and I think it helped a little bit. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye!